KRLD. News, traffic, weather, all day. And listen live anywhere using the radio.com app. News Radio 1080 KRLD.
Working at the car wash, yeah. Come on and sing it.
Going to the car wash, well, maybe not today, but certainly soon. It's been a mixed bag for car wash owners. Take, for example, Kevin Bledsoe. He owns Clean Getaway in Mansfield.
Well, it's been probably the toughest stretch that we've come through. We've come through many tough stretches, but usually there's a break in the weather. We had a bad spell back at the Super Bowl 2011, February 2011, when the Super Bowl was here in town.
Oh, right.
And but it was sandwiched around a pretty good weekend. So, we were closed, I think, 3 days straight. We were open for 3 days, and we closed again for a couple of days. This stretch here has been particularly brutal for us because we are now into our 5th day of not being open. And prior to that was three of the previous 4 days we were closed. So it's been a long stretch for us.
I don't want to speak for every car wash, but for a lot of them, are the workers mostly hourly workers, and so if it's closed, they're not getting paid?
Exactly. Right. So it's very difficult on them, and we do what we can to help them muscle through it. Now, a lot of them are experienced car wash people. They know how it is, and we try to encourage, hey, forecast for these kind of things and help weather through the storm. And in most cases, when the weather clears out, things pick back up and they get some extra hours and things kind of level out. But on a period like this, it's hard to recover from this many days being closed.
The fact is, everybody and their uncle and aunt is going to have a car or truck at a car wash as soon as the weather breaks.
Oh, yeah.
So can you handle that? I mean, let me rephrase. How do you handle that kind of rush?
Well, as best we can is the best way I can answer that question, because there's only so much traffic we can send down our tunnel. So on weekends like that or days like that, every car wash in town has a line out to the street, and we just encourage our guys, work hard. Don't compromise your level of quality, and just at the end of the day, we'll lick our wounds and come back the next day. So it's difficult, it's stressful, not only for us but for the customers when they come in and it's that busy, and it's controlled chaos, for lack of a better term, for a couple of days. But we just have to muscle through it.
Well, I was speaking to a corrosion expert the other day, and he said with the magnesium chloride that they're using for the brine spray, that the undercarriage wash is very important. Do most car washes handle that on request, or is that for every car that goes through?
No, our wash in particular, our basic wash, doesn't include that, but anything on the second wash, the second to the lowest wash and above includes that, and most car washes are the same. Their base wash may not include it, but at least a larger portion of their packages contain that.
I mean, here you have all these days of no business, but you're going to have a huge rush, so in the car wash industry, do you pray for bad weather or not?
Well, in a perfect world, we like bad weather maybe a Wednesday or Thursday all day long so that it gets the morning and afternoon commuters, and beautiful weather on the weekend.
That's Kevin Bledsoe, the owner of Clean Getaway Car Wash in Mansfield, speaking with KRLD's Mitch Carr.
It's feast or famine for car wash owners right now in North Texas. Clean Getaway in Mansfield's owners Kevin Bledsoe says it's not worth it for full-service car washes to keep their doors open during bad weather, and they have been closed for 5 days in a row.
Well, it's been probably the toughest stretch that we've come through. We've come through many tough stretches, but usually there's a break in the weather.
But he says when the weather finally does get better, the rush will be on.
It's difficult, it's stressful, not only for us but for the customers when they come in and it's that busy, and it's controlled chaos, for lack of a better term, for a couple of days, but we just have to muscle through it.
He says that once you do get to a car wash, go ahead and invest in getting your undercarriage cleaned to rinse off all the salt and road treatment chemicals that are collecting there.